Okay, see Lindelof video solving multi-step equations, kind of algebra 2-ish. So I'm trying to make this a 3-minute video, so you're just going to do 3 problems. You just look at 2 ways you could solve the problem. First thing is, keep in mind that our goal is to get this x right here by itself. So to get there, there's a couple of things we can do. I think what most teachers say is to go ahead and distribute. See this -3, and they say you would distribute to here and to here. So I'm just going to rewrite my problem. 6 is equal to -3 times x is -3x. -3 times 2 is -6, isn't it? This one we would get. So here we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to add the opposite here, because remember we're trying to get this x by itself. So plus 6. So we get 12 is equal to -3x. Again, trying to get to the x, so we're going to divide now by -3 by -3, and we get -4 equals x. So here's another way that you could do this problem, this exact same problem. Let's see if it's faster or slower, but remember, this was our answer, right? So I'm going to do this really quick, if you don't mind. Really quick. This is going to bother somebody. Hang with me. Done. The other thing you could do is this. Because this -3 right here is being multiplied by this whole quantity, that is, there's nothing outside of these parentheses, you could just divide now. You could divide both sides by -3. So -3, -3, right? So you get 6 divided by -3 is -2, isn't it? Is equal to x plus 2, right? So subtract the 2, -2 here, -2 here, and you get x is equal to -4. Same answer, different way. It's not always the best way to do it, but occasionally you can get away with one there, so something to think about. You could do the same thing here. You could do exactly the same thing here. We could, let's try it this way first. We could divide by -3. Remember, the only time you can divide by this, it's this times this quantity. If there was anything outside the quantity, you can't do that division because it's not being distributed across the whole thing, so be really careful about that. But we are going to go ahead and do that, and we're going to get this. -3 over -3 is 1, and 1 times 4r minus 8 is 4r minus 8, isn't it? And negative divided by negative is a positive, and 36 divided by 3 is 12, right? Keep going, just do a little bit more algebra here. We're going to add 8 to both sides, right? We have to get rid of all of our addition and subtraction before we can do our division. So plus 8 here, we get 4r equals 20. Going to divide both sides by 4. Sides by 4, and we get r equals 5. I'm sure in your classroom this is, I'm assuming in your classroom, this is not the way that your teacher is suggesting you do this, but I just want you to know it is an option, and you can do that. Sometimes just be a little bit careful about it. Just real quick, I'm going to do this using the distributive property. I'm going to multiply over addition and subtraction. So -3 times 4r is -12r, isn't it? Negative times a negative is a positive, be careful. 3 times 8 is 24. Equals -36. Excuse me. Going to subtract from both sides. Going to subtract 24 from both sides. So subtract 24 from both sides. We get -12r equals -36 plus -24 is -60, isn't it? Going to divide both sides by -12. 12. And we get r is equal to 5. Same answer we got before, right? Okay, one more really quick. I hope I'm still inside my time limit. I'm trying to keep it to 3 minutes. Maybe you can see, I'll just show you this one this way. You can see here, this 3 is multiplied by this entire quantity. And because there's nothing outside the quantity here, I'm going to go ahead and divide. So I'm going to divide both sides by 3. Come on, do it. By 3. 75 is 25, isn't it? 25 is equal to -6n minus 5. Right? I'm going to add 5 to both sides. Get rid of all of my addition and subtraction before my multiplication and division. We get 30 equals -6n. Divide by -6, divide by -6. So we get 5 is equal to n, so n is equal to 5, isn't it? So hopefully this is helpful. I'm not going to show you the other way because I think I'm trying to hold to the time I promised you we would spend on it. But I hope this works for you. I hope you'll try problems like this. Knowing good algebraic basics is the key to doing really high math. So when people ask me the question, how do you know if somebody's going to be good at calculus or not? You're going to be good at calculus if you're good at algebra. So good luck. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Thanks.